Hey guys, it's Kimberly. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. Sorry. Okay. Life got in the way a bit, but I'm gonna make sure I keep the videos coming for you guys. How are we? The best qualities a man can have, okay? The best qualities, like these are considered green flags. Other women envy other women who have men in their lives like this. Like if a girl's like, yeah, he does this is what he does. This is a list where like people are gonna be like, damn, where did you get this guy? I want you guys to let me know what you think in the comments. And yeah, so a guy who is not afraid to give a compliment, okay? For whatever reasons, they have a lot of men are like, oh, I'm not gonna compliment a girl. Women consider this a green flag when the guy is able to lift her up, hype her up, you know, give her compliments, make her feel nice. A lot of guys kind of hold back and be like, I don't want it to get to her head type of thing, or like, okay, women always think they're 10s anyways. This mentality is not hot. Thinking like that and like holding yourself back from actually saying like, damn, you look good. I'm not saying to overly compliment the girl, but be not afraid to give compliments, you know, be verbally supportive. Are some men that actually avoid doing that even if they're dating or even if they're married to other women. Verbal affirmations, good affirmations, loving affirmations, we love that. A guy who is consistent and trustworthy, reliable. When I say reliable, is not to be like a servant at this girl's feet, like, no. So what I mean is a guy who keeps his word, you know? A guy who walks the walk and talk the talk. Okay, a guy who keeps his word. A good listener, okay? Women like a man that can listen and who is actually listening, not waiting for you to finish to say what he has to say and talk about himself, okay? Let's be real. There are guys who speak a lot, who talk a lot, but let's be honest, women love to talk. Me, myself, personally, I am a yapper. But I have my moments where, you know, I can hold back the yapping. But as you can see in this video, Exhibit A, I am a yapper. Women can feel when you don't actually care about them and you just want to talk about yourself. And that seems like you're not seeing them as an individual, as someone who deserves respect. You know what I mean? Emotionally mature. Okay, we know that, you know, just like women, we have our ups and downs, the mood swings and stuff. So we're not perfect. I'm gonna be honest, we're not perfect. But there are some men that cannot control their anger. They cannot control their emotions and they act out on it too. Let's be real. So a guy who knows how to manage his emotions. Okay, you're allowed to be mad, you're allowed to get mad, you're allowed to get angry, you're allowed to lose your temper, but do you know how to manage it? Do you know how to be like, let me take a deep breath and not, you know, act out on my emotions here and then regret it later, okay? That is a major green flag. When you see that a guy can really talk about his opinions, describe his feelings, especially when there's like conflict, able to sit down and discuss what needs to be discussed without it turning into a fight and like screaming and shouting and throwing things. Like, this is a major green flag. This is an amazing quality to have. Being emotionally mature. Women see someone who can respect their space and boundaries, you know, as a major green flag, right? Everyone should have boundaries and different things in life, not only with your significant other or in dating, it can be just in everyday life. This is showing respect, okay? So basically, a guy that can do that is respecting you. So respecting your space, respecting your boundaries is a major green flag. This guy is not trying to control your every move and actions and like whatever, you know? A guy who is not afraid to admit he was wrong and, you know, that can apologize. And this is funny because a lot of men would be like, okay, women are the ones that always need to be right and blah, 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 blah. But okay, that can be partly true. Like be partly true that, you know, we have all these sayings that women, you know, the woman is always right. Happy wife, happy life type of thing. We hear that time and time again. But what I'm talking about is, let's say there is something that he did wrong. If he's able to be like, you know what, I messed up, and then apologize, that's good. The woman should be able to apologize too if she did something wrong. Like, I'm not saying women should never apologize. This is not the video. Not me saying women are never wrong, okay? But what I'm saying is, if a man is wrong, if he's able to apologize and be like, you know what, that was whack. Like, I apologize. Major green flag. So yeah, these are a list of things that women consider major green flags. So for sure there are more qualities to add to this, but these are the top ones that I found that normally women, you know, usually brag about or say that this is what they are looking for in a man, and you know, that it is very rare to find normally. Sometimes it's like that in the beginning and then things change. Consistency can be a good word for this video, which means all of these things, you know, are not just temporary. These are things that the man keeps on doing because this is how he is. This is how he wants to be in a relationship. So that's all I have to say. Let me know what you guys think in the comments and see you next time. Bye bye.